Hey everyone, welcome back to Rebecca's Colouring Arts and Crafts. So, I'm sorry that this is kind of not the usual background I'm doing this in. I'm just doing the best I can, as you all know, about my hand and wrist and my knee and foot and ankle and stuff. But I just wanted to do this unboxing of some Goldsboro books that I've received recently. I've been waiting on these to come, but it's kind of, oops, sorry, I'm wobbling all over the place. It's kind of taken a while to come with the coronavirus and stuff, and I happened to get all of these sort of arrive at once over 2 days, and I didn't do an unboxing just because of my hand and wrist and how awkward things are and the fact I'm not using my normal setup currently. So I also brought out here, I've had this one for a while, but I also brought out Aurora Rising of the Goldsboro edition too. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to use my leg to hold those up there because it's on a bit of a slant. And yeah, I also brought out Aurora Rising, which is my Goldsboro edition of this. And as you can tell, it's got purple sprayed edges. And it was... yeah, number 16 of 500 first numbered copies. And I feel so lucky to have that. And yeah, so this is my Goldsboro book of the month, I think, for April and May, as well as my first Goldsboro Sci-Fi Fantasy Fellowship book and just some other books that I bought. I'm not buying as much currently just because of the coronavirus stuff and medical appointments I've got coming up and things, but yeah, I just wanted to, I guess, share these. So obviously the second book I've got here is Aurora Burning by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and you can't see the orange. It's a lot deeper orange than it looks on the camera, but it's got the orange sprayed edges, so it's purple and orange, whereas you would have seen with Aluminocrate it's pink and blue. And this one is, oh, pretty. That's pretty. I don't know if that's the case with the other one, but it came with an exclusive, came with a bookmark from Goldsboro Books. And it's also number 16 out of 1,000 numbered copies. So I requested number 16 to match number 16 of my first book. And it's signed, well, a signed and numbered edition. And so I'll just read Aurora Rising and then Aurora Burning with the description. So it says the year is 2380 and the graduating cadets of Aurora Academy are being assigned their first missions. Star pupil Tyler Jones is ready to recruit the squad of his dreams, but his own boneheaded heroism sees him stuck with the dregs nobody else in the academy would touch. A cocky diplomat with a black belt in sarcasm, a sociopath scientist with a fondness for shooting her bunkmates, a smart-ass tech whiz with the galaxy's biggest chip on his shoulder, an alien warrior with anger management issues, a tomboy pilot who's totally not into her squad leader, in case you were wondering. And Ty's squad isn't even his biggest problem. That would be Aurora G. Lynn O'Malley, the girl he's just rescued from interdimensional space. Trapped in cryo-sleep for 2 centuries, Ori is a girl out of time and out of her depth. But she could be the catalyst that starts a war millions of years in the making. And Tyler's squad of losers, discipline cases, and misfits might just be the last hope for the entire galaxy. Nobody panic. So that's my Aurora Rising edition. And yeah, I really am happy to have these. I just want to check. No, it's just plain purple in that one. So this pink, the orange one, I'm just shifting the iPad, excuse things being all over the place, kind of just doing the best I can. So this one comes with like a galaxy speckled book cover. So it says, our heroes are back, kind of. First, the bad news. An ancient evil, you know, your standard consume all life in the galaxy deal is about to be unleashed. The good news, Squad 312 is standing by to save the day. They've just got to take care of a few small distractions first. Like the cadre of elite illegit GIA who'll stop at nothing to get their hands on Ori. Or Cal's long-lost sister who's not exactly happy to see her baby brother and has a Sildathari army at her back. They butchered that With half the known galaxy on the tower, Squad 312 has never felt so wanted. Shocking revelations, bank heists, mysterious gifts, inappropriately tight bodysuits, and an epic firefight will determine the fate of the Aurora Legion's most unforgettable heroes, and maybe the rest of the galaxy as well. So yeah, very happy to have that. And next, what I've got here is the April and May. I can't remember which is April and which is May out of these books, but these are the Goldsboro Book of the Month books. So I can't remember which is which. I'm sure I think this one might be April, this one might be May, but I'm not totally sure. So we got The Yellow Bird Sings, and as you can tell, Goldsboro Books always puts a protective dust jacket on them. And so The Yellow Bird Sings is just black with white writing and yellow sprayed edges. It is signed and numbered, and I will get that up in a minute. Oh, doesn't go all the way in there. I just noticed the protective dust jacket sometimes goes over there, but I'm guessing at the back it's wider. And from what I know, this is a signed and numbered edition. Yeah, number 553 of 750 numbered copies, and it's signed. So at the back, got this. And okay, I guess it was just cut a bit shorter or something because it's just level on the back, but all good. It's still protected anyway in the main areas where it needs protecting, so that's what matters. And so The Yellow Bird Sings is set, I'll read the description. It's Poland, 1941. After the Jews in their town are rounded up, Rosa and her 5-year-old daughter Shira spend day and night hidden in a farmer's barn. Forbidden from making a sound, only the yellow bird from her mother's stories can sing the melody Shira composes in her head. Rosa does all she can to take care of Shira and shield her from the horrors of the outside world. They play silent games and invent their own sign language. But then the day comes when their haven is no longer safe, and Rosa must face an impossible choice, whether to keep her daughter close by her side or give her the chance to survive by letting her go. The Yellow Bird Sings is the powerfully gripping and deeply moving novel about the unbreakable bond between parent and child, and the triumph of humanity and hope in even the darkest circumstances. So very happy to have that. And it's a really pretty cover too. And then the next one we got, which I think is the May Book of the Month, is The Creek on the Stairs by Eva Bajorg, just daughter. Sorry, I butchered that. And so I'm not sure if this is the description. It says, everything would have been perfect if it hadn't been for the little girl. She haunted him like a shadow. If he so much as thought about her, it was as if the wind had been knocked out of him. Not that he let it show. To the outside world he was strong, powerful. But when dusk fell, the darkness took up residence in his soul, and nothing seemed to matter anymore. And we got blue sprayed edges. This isn't showing the accurate sort of colours on them. So we'll read this. When the body of a woman is discovered at a lighthouse in the Icelandic town of Akranes, it soon becomes clear that she's no stranger to the area. Chief Investigating Officer Elmer, who has returned to Akranes, sorry if I butchered that, following a failed relationship, and her colleagues Sever and Hodor commence an uneasy investigation. Sorry, I'm just thinking, did I butcher those names? If I did, apologies. An uneasy investigation which uncovers a shocking secret in the dead woman's past that continues to reverberate in the present day. But as Elmer and her team make a series of discoveries, they bring to light a host of long-hidden crimes that shake the entire community. Sifting through the rubble of the townspeople's shattered memories, they have to dodge increasingly serious threats and find justice before it's too late. And I'm guessing that's just like description things, because they seem sort of, I don't know, stuck to that area a bit because they automatically flip up. So, oh yeah, they are a bit stuck to that bit, but it's probably how the book's been made, I'd say. Wait. Yeah, so number 651 of 750 numbered copies of the first edition, and it's signed by the author. So, oh, and there's a pronunciation guide in there too. That'll be handy. So, very happy to have that. And I really do like the Book of the Month Club books that I've been getting. And even though I can't always buy everything I want, I'm glad to still get the Book of the Month Club books, because a lot of them sort of are more solo novels and different things that I enjoy. That sort of, I'm really enjoying having a variety of different genres to pick up and read at different times, and Book of the Month Club is really good for, I guess, for me, for being able to do that and push my boundaries and read more things and try new things and just enjoy all different types of book genres. So, yeah. That's just me, though. May not be for everyone, but for me, the Book of the Month Club is really good, and I really do enjoy sci-fi fantasy as well, but I'm enjoying having other genres like crime and stuff to read at times too, because sometimes I really just don't feel like fantasy or sci-fi and I want something else or more contemporary and that. So, yeah. Next book I've got here is Bram Swift, winner of the Booker Prize. I'm not sure where this one, I don't know when it won, whether it was this year or what, but here we are. And this is the independent bookseller signed limited edition with sprayed edges. And it's really pretty. I like the cover. So I haven't read this one yet, but I'm assuming it's a contemporary or something. So it says, it is Brighton 1959 and the theatre at the end of the pier is having its best summer season in years. Ronnie, a brilliant young magician, and Evie, his dazzling assistant, are at top of the bill, drawing bigger audiences each night. Meanwhile, Jack Robinson, as in Before You Can Say, is everyone's favourite compere, a born entertainer holding the whole show together. As the summer progresses, the offstage drama between the three begins to overshadow their theatrical success, and events unfold that will have lasting consequences for them all. Rich, comic, alive, and subtly devastating, here we are as a masterly piece of literary magicianship that pulls back the curtain on the human condition. And so we just got this edition, and from what I know, this is sold out from Goldsboro Books. But I feel very lucky to have it. And I love it with the sprayed edges. And yeah, it's signed. But yeah, so it should be interesting to read. And as you can tell, it's sort of a thinnish book that can be enjoyed anytime. And yeah, so I don't know. The reason I bought this one in the first place really was because the cover spoke to me. And then I discovered it had sprayed edges as well. And it was just the cover. And then I read the storyline and it's like, oh, that sounds interesting. And then the sprayed edges and everything about this book just drew me in. And I feel so lucky to have it. Yeah, I really do love Goldsboro Books editions. And I love supporting them when I'm able to, kind of thing. But as of currently, these are ones that I bought months ago that took months to get here just due to the coronavirus and stuff. But I like to support them whenever I can, but currently due to medical stuff and that, I'm not able to get as much as I can. So probably more what I'll be getting, other than the odd different book, is the Sci-Fi Fantasy Fellowship and the Book of the Month Club book for the next times, unless something comes up that's sort of continuing a book series that I've already got, or finishing a book series that I've already got, just because I sort of want to finish some series and stuff like that. And well, yeah, just coronavirus, money, And I'm also getting the Fairy Loot book box subscription so that I can hopefully get I'm hoping to try and save the money to get the Serpent and Dove book 2 from Fairy Loot. So yeah, and the next book I'll show you is, this is the first book for April in their Sci-Fi Fantasy Fellowship, and this is Goldilocks by Laura Lamb. And I didn't say the names of any of the others, but you can see them on the book. But Here We Are was by Bram Swift. But this says, Our future is in her hands. And so it's obviously got orange sprayed edges. It's a lot deeper orange than it shows up on the camera. It looks more yellow orange on the camera. And I love the way this cover looks. Oops, excuse me. It's so pretty. And it's just black with gold writing. And inside it says, despite increasing restrictions on the freedoms of women on Earth, Valerie Black is spearheading the first all-female mission to a planet in the Goldilocks zone, where conditions are just right for human habitation. It's humanity's last hope for survival, and Naomi, Valerie's surrogate daughter and the ship's botanist, has been waiting her whole life for an opportunity like this, to step out of Valerie's shadow and really make a difference. But when things start going wrong on the ship, Naomi starts to suspect that someone on board is concealing a terrible secret, and realizes time for life on Earth may be running out faster than they feared. And if I can do this. Awkward fingers. Hang on, excuse me a minute. Reflections from the light. Oh, this also came with a bookmark. If I can, it's so it rolls onto the floor, doesn't it? 1 minute. Came with a bookmark. Our future is in her hands. This is a book from bookmark, specially designed bookmark from Goldsboro Books, which is awesome. Work, you silly thing. I'm trying to show you the other page before that one. Ugh. Oh, there we go. So it just says Goldilocks. And this is a signed and numbered edition. So this is number 201 of 500 number copies of the first edition of Goldilocks. It's got a little comment there and the signature by Laura Lamb. Excuse me, it's just awkward trying to flip pages with my hand and wrist the way it is. Can't really get it much further. I wanted to see if there was anything different with the cover bit there, but yeah, I couldn't flip it. So, well, not really apologies for that, but yeah, sorry, things can be a little awkward with me showing you those ones. And then, oops, I have to put that bookmark back in there. So, next I've got The Deep by Alma Katsu. And this is a sort of creepy story based on the Titanic. And it's not sprayed edges or anything, but it is signed and it comes with a special bookmark. We know the true story of the Titanic, don't we? Someone or something is haunting the Titanic. So this says, someone or something is haunting the Titanic. A series of misfortunes, disappearances, sudden deaths have plagued the vast liner from the moment she began her maiden voyage on 10th of April 1912. 4 days later, and courting what feels like an unsettling twilight zone, a number of passengers, including millionaires Madeline Astor and Benjamin Guggenheim and Annie Hebley and the young chancer Mark Fletcher, are convinced that something sinister is afoot. And then, as everyone knows, disaster strikes. 4 years later, and the world is at war. Having survived that fateful night, Annie Hebley is now a nurse on board the Titanic's sister vessel, the Britannic, refitted as a hospital ship. As she does her rounds, she recognises an unconscious soldier. It is Mark, but how can that possibly be? She knows he could not have survived the Titanic's fate. Bringing together Faustian pacts, the occult tales of sirens and selkies, with themes of guilt and revenge, desire and destiny, the deep offers a thrilling, tantalising twist on one of the world's most famous tragedies. So, I was quite excited when I saw this one. Like, I like the Titanic quite a lot. I don't always read up as much as I want to on it these days, but when I was a kid, I was kind of obsessed with Titanic and the facts. And yeah, this is a signed and numbered copy of one of 250 copies signed by the author. And whoops, my finger went over the thing. And it's signed by Alma Katzer. Yeah, I'm so happy to have it. And then my last book here is actually The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. And I haven't read any of his books yet, but I decided to take a chance on this one because it sounded so good. And I really like the colour schemes. They're pretty. So I haven't read any of his other books, but I thought take a chance and try this new one. And so this is from 3-time Hugo Award-winning and New York best-selling Times author N.K. Jemisin. The City We Became tells a revolutionary story of culture, magic, and myths in contemporary New York City. In Manhattan, a grad student gets off the train and realizes he doesn't remember who he is, where he's from, or even his own name. But he can sense the beating heart of the city, see its history, and feel its power. In the Bronx, a gallery director discovers strange graffiti scattered throughout the city, so beautiful and powerful, as if the paint is calling to her. In Brooklyn, a politician and mother finds she can hear the songs of her city, pulsing to the beat of her Louboutin heels. And they're not the only ones. Every city has a soul. Some are ancient as myths, and others are as new and destructive as children. New York City, she's got 6. So, I'm assuming this is a series. I'm not sure. I've got to go through it and add it onto book series, or check and see if I need to add it onto my book series to be finished list. But I'm assuming it's part of a series. And this is number 36, the first edition, one of 300, number 32, the first edition, one of 350 numbered copies from Goldsboro Books. And I think this is sold out now. And it's signed. Looks like he's written more than I realised there, but yeah, or she, or he, she, I'm not sure if the author's male or female. And then got some cool maps. And sorry, I can't hold this open as well. Or a cool map. Then we've got our prologue. And we've also got sprayed teal, sort of green sprayed edges. And it looks different on the camera colour. But yeah, that's basically it for my Goldsboro Books haul. There probably won't be quite as many for a while now, just the odd ones that I'll be getting kind of thing, due to, well, just money and the coronavirus and things like that. And sorry, I'm really just trying to bring some over, but I'm not going to get them all over again, I don't think. We shall see. But yeah, so I'm really happy to have these and feel very grateful to have them. And excuse my hair. And yeah, so I'll just, well, even if it's not an unboxing, I'll just haul it just to show you the books and what I've gotten. It just depends on how my hand and wrist is going and if I can set things up or not. And I really hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please leave a like, subscribe, comment. I always love hearing from you. And I will see you later. Bye.